This year has seen a huge increase in climate-related reporting driven by rising demand from investors. This follows in-depth climate stress testing by the Bank of England last year, during which Baringa provided end-to-end support for 11 of the 18 participating financial institutions. Many of the same factors are at work in the US, where the Federal Reserve Board has announced that 6 of the largest banks will participate in its 2023 pilot climate scenario analysis exercise. That's why we've distilled our experience into this video containing key learnings for financial institutions. It's important to start on scenario analysis now, even if your organization isn't participating in the FRB first exercise, so that you'll need to be ready for subsequent ones. Plus, it will take time for your team to build up to running scenario analysis at scale. As we've done with many of our clients, we recommend starting with a small pilot to help develop your data sourcing strategy. Then you can do a full-scale dry run to test and refine your implementation ahead of the final live run. Scenario analysis is an extremely valuable tool to help financial institutions navigate risks and opportunities from climate change, but getting it right takes time. That's why we recommend using the FRB exercise to accelerate your strategic climate scenario analysis solution. Don't see the FRB exercise as a one-off. Instead, use it to build capability and progress the implementation of climate risk management within your organization. Taking this approach has enabled many of our clients to accelerate their climate change progress and gain competitive advantage over their peers, and be able to respond to the growing pressure from shareholders to manage climate risk and temperature alignment. This has enabled our clients to seize commercial opportunities embedded in the transition. Data is key to effective scenario analysis, so there is a huge opportunity to use the FRB pilot exercise as a way to accelerate your climate data sourcing strategy. Climate change scenario analysis requires a lot of granular counterparty-specific data that banks don't usually hold. You'll need a strategy for addressing these data gaps, for example, through counterparty engagement, third-party data providers, and implementation of proxies for data gaps. In our experience, addressing the data gap on unlisted counterparties is a large part of the effort. It usually takes far longer than expected, especially as 75% of the counterparties in a typical corporate banking portfolio are unlisted. That's why it's best to start defining a robust data strategy for your unlisted counterparties as soon as possible. Successful scenario analysis requires collaboration from people across the organization, so it's worth engaging key stakeholders early on. This is an opportunity to have meaningful conversations and accelerate capability building around climate risk and net zero across a wide range of stakeholders, including risk, finance, front office, sustainability, and technology. We run climate change education and scenario outcome review sessions with executive teams, sector leadership teams, and risk boards and committees at our clients. This helps build a greater understanding of the drivers of climate change and the specific impact on portfolios, sectors, geographies, counterparties, and asset classes. Fostering alignment between stakeholders enables your business to take an integrated approach to navigating climate risk and opportunities. And it also gives you maximum protection against the impacts of climate change. In addition, you should clearly articulate the strategic value of climate scenario analysis with all stakeholders. Many of our clients have found that climate scenario analysis can be a very powerful technique for distinguishing between the likely winners and losers from climate change. They've used scenario analysis to assess concentrations of risk in a portfolio, identify potential opportunities, and inform portfolio strategy. Granular sector and counterparty-specific outputs provide you with actionable insights you can use to drive your business strategy and portfolio decision-making. That's why scenario analysis is so valuable, even though 30-year scenarios are inherently exposed to significant model risk and the outputs shouldn't be seen as predictions. Scenario analysis helps quantify the impact of climate change on your business, but it also contains important qualitative variables that mustn't be overlooked. That's why we recommend allocating significant time and resources to the qualitative components of the exercise. Scenario analysis should stimulate the development and embedding of new risk management capabilities within your business-as-usual processes. We've helped our clients use scenario analysis outputs to embed climate risk in their enterprise risk management frameworks. For example, in portfolio reporting, risk committee engagement, annual credit reviews, and the organization's risk appetite. The results of scenario analysis can also help you develop a climate risk framework and embed it within the business. The current FRB mandate requires some of the largest US financial institutions to start preparing their scenario analysis exercise now. But the other banks shouldn't wait, especially given the SEC has proposed regulations to introduce and standardize climate-related disclosures for investors, including climate risk management and the use of scenario analysis. Similarly, the ISSB has recently announced that they will require scenario analysis information as part of their new disclosures framework. The direction of travel is clear. Starting scenario analysis now can help you get ahead of the risks and opportunities from climate change to help safeguard the future of your business.